We were definitely in slavery to our debt and didn't even know it.
You know, probably one of the things, at least for me, got me in the position that I was in financially before I even met her. I mean, I was drowning in debt, you know, because I did the whole credit card thing because I'm trying to keep up with this person and this person and this person. But then we were also just kind of, you know, going out with, you know, these friends to this dinner and doing this and spending it on that, not really paying attention to like, where is it all going? We just knew at the end, you know, we're like, okay, well, we only have $50 for the rest of this week.
That anxiety about what if one of us did lose our job started to creep in on me. And I thought, well, what's standing in the way of us not feeling that way? It was 2 car payments and some credit cards and a mortgage and 2 student loans, knowing that we came from 2 good incomes before and could just basically go month to month like everyone else and just barely pay it off. There is no reason that a regular family, well, a small family with 1 child at home shouldn't be able to live off of 1 income. To see now that on paper we can live off of 1 shows how much money was going out. And I don't know, it's amazing how much we were spending on car payments and just things that everyone thought was normal, but it's not normal. And it shouldn't be normal to have 2 car payments and a mortgage payment and 2 student loan payments and credit card payments, and you're just wasting your money away and your freedom because of that.
You know, we started this probably in February 2010, and in our first year we paid off over $40,000 worth of debt.
Well, now each month we could put hundreds of dollars in our savings if we need to, or you know, just this month we're refinancing our mortgage, so we have closing costs. We just fixed our car, that was a couple $100, and we're paying for our daughter's tuition this month. And we're able to do all of those things. We have to plan it that way, but we never had that money before.
Probably the big thing for us is like whenever we see those little surprises kind of pop up, we're like, oh no, now what are we gonna do? And we're like, oh, well, we have that emergency fund for it. So,
but we don't always have to even use the emergency fund because we have enough income that we can use that when those things come up, we usually can finagle a way out of that situation without having to touch that still, because we really don't want to.
If people first started up, they might get frustrated really quick with it, and it's just work your way through it, you know, take those little steps and kind of keep going with that. You know, and even now we're still trying to, you know, make sure that things are, you know, she has them planned out to a degree, you know, almost a year in advance, just so that we can kind of see what's happening, and if something big comes up here, how does that affect these, and what changes do we need to make so that we can kind of continue the same path that we've been doing. We never would have started it, and if she came to me and said, I think I want to take a year off, I would have had to have gone out and found a second job, you know, just to make the ends meet and get the normal bills, the everyday bills basically paid. So with us, you know, getting as much done as we have in the last year, we sat down and first looked at, okay, what would it be if you took X number of months off? And then what would it be if you did a year off? And how would it look if we did it, you know, and kind of start playing that role when we're looking at the budget, you know, and she did that. I mean, you know, I'm not going to take credit for it, but she did that. And then one time I said, let's sit down and talk about this so we can decide whether it's going to be so many months or the whole year, you know, from work. And I finally said, take the whole year off. I mean, if we can afford to do that and it allows her to be home with our baby and, you know, our other daughter, you know, at times if she's sick or has the time off from school or what have you, then that's perfectly fine. Our hopes are is in a few years we won't have a mortgage, so that we can take the money that we are paying on that and put it towards things like our daughter's, you know, education when she gets ready to go to college. We have a 6-year-old and we have another one on the way, so we have that to look forward to, and just be able to live life the way we want to be able to live it without any financial burdens. Financial peace will set you free. I mean, for us, I mean, at least for me, you almost feel like there's a weight lifted. I feel so much more free to do the things that we might want to do. We have to plan a little bit more to do them, but that's all right.